everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of an oil pastel drawing. I really felt like using these oil pastels here that I got from Kmart and just seeing where it goes and trying to draw something cute. Now I'm not extremely experienced with oil pastels, so this is going to be fun. But these aren't like super fancy expensive ones, so I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out, but honestly I'm just concentrating on having a bit of fun here and seeing what happens. So as you can probably tell, I am just drawing a little squirrel here. I thought, you know what, I feel like drawing a squirrel, and I don't think I've actually done like an artwork of a squirrel before, and yes, that's what I decided to do. I actually chose a red squirrel, and for this piece I want to have a lot of warm tones in it. I want to give it a bit of an autumn feel, maybe some red leaves, and yeah, I'm just going in with a graphite pencil, and then once I got that rough sketch down, I lightened it with a kneadable eraser, and I'm just going to go straight in with the oil pastels and sort of treat this a bit like a painting. So to begin, I'm actually going into the background, and I just want to sort of give it a bit of a bokeh feel, and just some light blended colors to sort of hint towards an out of focus sky and maybe some trees in the background. So we've got a bit of orange, blue, a small amount of green, but I'm trying to keep it minimal. And I'm just going in with that very lightly, and then I'm going in with some paper towel to sort of try and smudge and blend it out. I want this to look very soft and blended because it's going to help push it towards the background, and then we're going to have some sort of sharper details in the foreground with the squirrel and the tree trunk. Now once I smudge that out a little bit, I'm actually going to be adding some colors over the top now, just to sort of layer some effects. I decided to add a little bit of white just to help that blend a bit more, and also just add a slight pastel look and you know, feel to it, you know, have some like more highlights and shadows in there just to make it feel a little bit more dimensional. And yeah, I'm just going back and forth with the pastels and also the blending with the paper towel. And I was also trying to make sure that I wiped the pastel on the paper towel a little bit, because some of these pastels got like other colors on them, and I didn't want to smudge that, if that makes sense. So now I'm just going in with the tree trunk, and I just picked the darkest brown color that I had and just did some rough textural lines. And now I'm just layering over some other colors. So we've got a little bit of gray in there as well as some black. Now I'm not going to fully cover that yet because I actually want to start and go into the squirrel. Now with the squirrel, I picked a lot of very warm saturated colors because I wanted him to stand out really nicely. So we've got some orange and also a little bit of red there. And to add in a little bit of shadow in the tail, I also added a bit of brown because I wanted some nice contrast between the head and the tail. I also used a little bit of a peachy kind of color to blend some of the areas, so we had some highlights there. And yeah, I'm just layering colors over each other. As you can see, I'm using a bit of white because the squirrel that I was using for reference had a bit of white on its tummy and the underside of its face. So I'm trying to keep true to that so it looks nice and good. And after that, I'm starting to add in some effects to the tail. So with my various colors, I'm just adding in some flicking motions to that tail to make it look nice and fluffy. So after a bit of layering, it's looking pretty nice, but now I want to add in a bit more brown to that tail to bring back that contrast a little bit, as well as some grey for the shadows of the underside, just to make him look a little bit more solid. I'm also going in with the eye and just adding a little bit of white around that eye because that's what the patterns had for this squirrel that I was using for a reference. And yeah, now I'm just going through and just making everything look nice and polished on this cute little squirrel. And honestly, I think he's turning out pretty nice. I'm definitely not used to the aesthetic that you get with oil pastels. I feel like when I work with my markers and pencils and even paint for that matter, I feel like you get more of a sort of refined look. And with these oil pastels, you sort of get a more sort of raw, painterly sort of effect. So I was trying to not make myself think that, oh, this is bad because it's, you know, it's very slightly messy, but honestly that's just the way with these pastels. You're not going to get a crazy, you know, hyper realistic look unless you're really skilled, and if you are that person, I respect you. But yeah, I still think that this is really good, and especially when I'm like leaning into that painterly aspect, I think I'm having a lot of fun, and it's pretty cool. And this squirrel looks very colorful. So now that I've got a bunch of detail down on that squirrel, I'm just going in with the tree trunk and I'm sort of filling it in more and adding in some more shadows and just browns and grays and stuff like that. And yeah, honestly, I think it's turning out very cool. Once I added more highlights to that tree trunk, I think I started to like it a fair bit more because it started to look a little bit more realistic in a way. And yeah, once I added in the branch on the other side of the artwork, I just think that this piece started to come together really nicely, especially when I started to add in some little yellow highlights to that squirrel. I just feel like it's actually going pretty nice. I felt like it had a bit of an ugly stage in the middle, but we're getting past that now. And once I added those leaves as well to the branches, I just think that it's getting like a really cute sort of storybook aesthetic with that sort of painterly vibe, which I'm actually really liking. After that was done, it's time to add in some fixative so I don't smudge this, and it's just like a spray on fixative for you know, art stuff. And now I'm peeling off the tape, and once I peeled off that tape and you got like that nice crisp white border around the artwork, I just think that it came together really nicely and it just looks so cute. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun making this and I hope you enjoyed watching it too. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of my artwork, and hit that like and subscribe button to get your scribble fix in the future, and hopefully I shall see you in my next video. Bye everyone.